What up? What up? What up? What is good? What is good, football fans? What's up? Obviously, my bad. Lips chapped as a motherfucker, man. Apologies. So what's good, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to Instant Replays, the Daily Show. Obviously, we're knee deep in wild card weekend. One more game left. It's kicking off in a little bit over an hour here. Yeah. You gonna talk about it? See the hat? Yeah. I'm clapping on them fools. Not a good game from the Packers by any stretch of the imagination. Just bad all around, and not just Jordan Love. Just bad. We'll talk about that in a few. We have ourselves a national championship game. Ohio State, Notre Dame coming up on the 20th. So let me get some things pulled up here. Yeah, man, was a game, bro. Packers looked like they didn't belong in the playoffs, man. Look, didn't look good at all. Hold on, let me get this thing started. Get my background music up in here. Get that thing popping. All right. So, yeah, man. First of all, jump in real quick. National title game is coming up on the 20th, which is Monday, right? Obviously, we saw what happened in the games. Okay, I see now. They trying to trip on me. Let's see, let's get this up. I don't need that. All right. Jay, see it right here? Championship game. 7:30 p.m. on the 20th, Ohio State, Notre Dame. The quick things real about the games last week. Look, I said at the beginning of this thing, right? As soon as take that down. Talking some Nosferatu shit. As soon as when Georgia got beat, and I saw that the teams that were left there, I said the team to me that showed the most, that I was most impressed with was Ohio State, right? I mean, obviously, and they made it this far. You saw the game the other night. I think the key play there is as Texas was trying to drive down the field, the strip sack fumble that Deuce scooped up and returned for a touchdown is the difference maker in the game. Texas, they had ideas on tying that thing up at 21, and after that was over. Which, let's see. I picked this game on Thursday's show, but right now I'm still going to say Ohio State. Maybe something changes over. You see right here with the according to ESPN analytics, Ohio State is a stronger team. And look, man, Notre Dame played. They played. I wasn't expecting. I thought they were going to win the game. I did, but I was not expecting what we sort of got from that. Let's go back. Semifinals, yeah. Notre Dame, 27-24, Penn State. So, and look, man, Penn State tried hard. Too many turnovers, bro. Too many turnovers, things of that nature in that game. That's why Notre Dame ended up with the dub here. And then you talk about Ohio State. Again, like I said, I thought they were the best team left in this thing. And, of course, they're still showing it, 28-14 over Texas. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. The 20th, 7:30 p.m., the national title game. Your boy will be watching. Your boy will give his thoughts on that afterwards, shows that come in. I'll pick the game. Right now I'm Ohio State. I don't foresee that changing much, but, I mean, who knows? Who knows what could happen in the next few days, man? Somebody might get injured in practice or something. Something crazy might happen. And then they're like, everything changes, man, changes. That was good. I got you, bro. I got you, man. I got you. But, yeah, man. That's pretty much the NCAA football we got for y'all. Let's State go spin. Yeah. I think so. I think Ohio State going. I don't know if they're gonna smash, but I think they're gonna be out there clapping on them. All right, so let's talk about this, man. Wild card weekend, man. Let's get to the bracket, bro. Let's get to the damn bracket. Obviously, first few games that happened on Saturday. Where is that? Oh yeah, Texans, Chargers. Chargers, hey, man, you know what? I'm glad I didn't clown on Herbert. I'm glad, man. Because you know what my boy looked like last night? Did you hear how my voice is squeaking? You see how Jordan Love looked? Whew. He says off to it. I know you happy about that shit. Yeah. So, look, man. Texans started off the game slow. I kind of thought the Chargers was about to do something there. And then obviously you see what happened. The tide turned. Couple of nice plays. The Stroud play where he fumbled the snap, went over his, like right between his head and like right here. Ball went right there, snap did. He was able to pick that thing up and get like 40-yard not touchdown, but a pass out of it to sort of to give him a fresh set of downs. When you got kind of shit like that happening for you in the game, you pretty much know you're trending towards winning, right? And I don't have to say nothing magical, but when the ball starts bouncing in your face, because when that ball went over his shoulders, it bounced right into his hands, like literally. Like when you're doing shit like that, you're probably gonna win, bro. Probably gonna win, man. So yeah, now Chiefs Chargers. I thought the Chargers put up a bit more, but considering what their season was like this year, but yeah, man, Texas get them, man. CJ look good. Team defense. The defense was really what stood out to me in this game. Honestly, for the Texans was the defense, man. Nice defense. Couple pick sixes in there, right? Got a couple pick sixes. You know what I'm saying? Ran a couple back, so that helped out with the scoring too. And look, man, the Chargers had a good defense all season. Didn't. I mean, I ain't gonna say it didn't show up, but Texans just got the better of them this year. And obviously, Herbert took the blame, which he should. Same thing Love should do is take the blame for these losses, because Herbert threw 4 picks, bro, and I can't even clown. I'm glad I didn't clown when it happened, because like I just told you, my boy turned around and threw 3 yesterday, looking like a clown out there. Man, I'm tell you what, man. I'll get to it in a second. I'm about to go off on that shit. So yeah, what that got them was a matchup with the Chiefs on the 18th at 4:30 p.m. So I think that's Sunday at 4:30. Let me make sure, man. We keep calling out these days like that. Yeah, no, it's the 18th, January 18th. Yeah, that's a Saturday. So they got the early game on Saturday against the Chiefs. Okay, so we see what's going on there. Next game, Ravens, Steelers. Steelers had a chance here. I know people gonna say they had no chance. They had a chance, man. When the score was what was it, 21-14 or something like that? There was some stuff out there that they could have made it interesting. Instead, you had that turnover right there at the end that sort of sealed it for the Ravens and shit, right? Bills, Broncos step out there. I thought they was about to put up a fight, son. First drive. Nah, not that I know of. Shit, that shit would be all over the place if they fired Tomlin. I don't know, bro. If it happens while I'm still live, I'll see. But I don't. That shit would be popping up all over the phone right now if that was the case. Yeah, man. I seen a nice. Ryan Clark had a nice analogy earlier today when I was listening to it. He said that when it comes to the Mike Tomlin, it's like the experience, like the wife who knows they got the good man. They're like, shit, I ain't putting this. He ain't going nowhere. He take care of business, pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? He does everything right, but there's a little something, this and maybe. And then, you got the single girl that's like, nah, fool, get out of there. You can get a job somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I don't know what you do at this point. I do recognize that in some cases a change of scenery is needed. I remember when Mike McCarthy left the Packers, he had been there for a while, to years with no success. And look, man, it might be time for LaFleur to get the fuck up out of there too, man. I don't know, man. He's too soft on the team, bro. But anyway, Bills, Broncos. Yeah, I thought the Broncos was going to do something. Broncos did not. They scored 7 points the first 7 of the game and didn't score again till the end. A lot of I ain't got no job now. I know. McCarthy's out of there. Dallas. Hey, why they do that? Why they wait them days like that? See how grimy that shit is, man. They waited for some days only to damn let the fool go. They should have just let him go last week so he could have went and talked to some other teams, man. Grimy ass fucking Cowboys. Yeah, so Bills Broncos, they put it on a couple insane passes from Josh Allen. I'm looking forward to this, man. This is the matchup right here. I think this is what we wanted all season, because these seem to be the top 2 candidates whenever the people talk about the MVP award. And so right here, what you have is something nice, man. Yeah, bro. Dan, they always gonna be grimy. Dallas is. So, and then you get to this one, right? Rams, Vikings, which is happening tonight, and in just about an hour, we'll see who fills in this final playoff spot. and who's going to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. By the way, Philadelphia, fuck your fans. Fuck Philadelphia. Y'all see that video? I ain't gonna play it on here, but and from what I've heard, I've never been to a game of any sort of any sport in Philadelphia. Do know that they have very passionate fans there. I have known that for years, but there's this video circulating, and shouts out to my man, I can't remember his name, who found out who the guy was, exposed his whole work information and everything on the website, on Twitter. That shit was hilarious, bro. He calling some girl an ugly cunt because she had on a Green Bay Packers shirt or jacket on at See, that's the thing, bro. See, and my man's did the right thing because that was his wife that dude was talking about, bro. But he didn't do nothing because you know what's gonna happen. First of all, the first thing anybody on camera gonna see is the Packers fan throwing the first punch, right? And then you're gonna see goddamn his head not get knotted the fuck up by all them drunk ass Philly fans up in there. So he did the right thing, man. His wife knew he did the right thing. So let's get up out of here with our lives, bro. Let's not die way up here on this damn whatever level of the damn stadium they were on, just because this fucking Phillies fan was talking, or Philadelphia Eagles fan was talking mad shit. But from what I hear, that is the norm for Philly fans. That is the norm for Philadelphia sports fans. Is what I've heard. Is what you see in that video with that dude talking shit, man. That's what I heard, man. So, anyway, let's get down here to this, man. Packers Eagles 22-10. The score, I think, is a little bit closer than the game was, in my personal opinion. Look, you know how I am. I don't like to put the excuses out there. We just got clapped, man. And again, when I was talking about those signs in those games you get, and you're like, yo, you might just be winning this game. You're getting away with shit like that. I don't want anybody out there. And matter of fact, I put it like this. Anybody out there who argues that dude didn't drop his fucking head on that opening kickoff and knock the shit out of Nixon, he lowered his head. That should have been a fucking penalty. Instead, and see, here's how I know people are, well, it wasn't a penalty. Okay, yeah, I guarantee your ass that dude get fined next week. I guarantee you that dude that lowered his head and hit Nixon on that kickoff return at the beginning of the game, I guarantee you he gets fined next week. And then if he gets fined, that's the NFL acknowledging that he lowered his fucking head. So everybody out there who's talking about, oh, he didn't lead with the crown. Okay, wait till next week when he gets fined by the NFL. Just wait. When that fine comes down, then I want you to argue that point that he didn't lower his fucking head. Because he did. He did. And on top of that, they showed us we had possession of the fucking ball. At that point in time, when that happened, and the ref was quick, after further review, turnover on downs, first down, Philadelphia. I said, oh, we're going to have a game now. This is going to be this kind of game. And I'm not talking about the kind of game where I'm saying we ain't going to get no calls from the refs or nothing like that. I'm telling you, this is going to be this kind of game. When you see that kind of shit happen right at the beginning, bled with his crown, and they did not recover the fumble, but they gave it to him anyway, that's when I knew. I said, nah, this is going to be a rough game here. Like, besides Jordan Love playing not good and all of those other things, I just knew it was going to be a rough one. Just from that alone, I said, man, I've watched a lot of football, man, when games start off like that. But, again, like I said, no excuses. Something happens that early on in the game, you have the opportunity to overcome it, right? They didn't overcome that shit. 22-10 was the score. We got clapped up, man. And like I said, cooked from the first play. I mean, crown of the helmet, bruh. Crown. You can see it on the picture. To the face mask. That is a penalty. And again, anybody who wants to argue otherwise, in 1 week, when that dude from the Eagles gets that letter from the NFL saying you've been fined for lowering your helmet, you go even commented said that he led with the crown, and after that, the top view should have been green. Yeah, Sterator said it. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. But for some fucking reason, we just we didn't get neither one of the calls. That was both wrong. Crown of the helmet, and we recovered the fumble. So off rip, man. But again, those things happened very early on in the game. We had the opportunity to overcome them, and we didn't. So I can't make any more excuses off that. We got out physical, bro. I can't even lie. I'm not gonna say this ain't the first time in Matt LaFleur's era as the coach of the Packers that I've sat here on a Monday morning after a weekend playoff loss and had to say that the team got out physical by the other team. Something wrong in Green Bay, dog. They got to do something with the coaching staff. LaFleur, maybe he too soft, too nice. Something is wrong there. Because the one play, dude shoved down Saquon after they done blew the whistle 17 minutes ago. He's still pushing Saquon back. That's undisciplined fucking behavior from the team. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. LaFleur is too nice. Too nice. You think on a Belichick coach team or a player would, after the whistle goes, knock a player to the ground? Hell no. You kidding me? And that ain't shit gonna happen. Again, the Packers, undisciplined football play. They were dropping like flies yesterday. Every single time I looked around, a Packer was getting hurt and done for. Like hurt. Like got hit and then laid on the ground for several minutes. Right? From the start of the game, lost our starting offensive lineman, gone. Best offensive lineman we have, gone. From that point on, Jordan Love had very little time to pass the ball at all. And when he did get some good passes off, they weren't catching the fucking football. A lot of drops from a team, and I should have expected it. The Packers led the league in drops this year. I should have expected it. We led the league in drops, so I should have didn't think we was going to come up in here and all of our hands were going to get shirred up in just 1 week of play after you dropped a couple against Chicago last week. So, yeah, man. Again, injuries, man. And those are the things right there that I can say probably more difficult to overcome than the shit that happened at the beginning of the game, because every time I looked around, somebody from the Packers was falling, bro. And I'm like, damn, we really having to reach. And then you see the inexperienced receiver, which there's still no excuse for that. We needed that fourth down play. We needed that fucking catch on fourth down. And dude stepped out of bounds. Like, first of all my entire life as a kid playing football and stuff, man, who didn't like to do the sideline catch on the street, right? Try to get the 2 feet in before you hit the curb, right? You know, when you're playing football outside with your buddies, who didn't try to do those, man? You mean to tell me that dude didn't know he was that damn close to the sideline, couldn't get 2 feet in? I mean, he landed wide foot. No, last time I learned, when you were an NFL receiver and you catch a pass on the sideline, you ain't supposed to land with your feet that fucking wide apart like he did. Good gracious. That's another missed opportunity, man. Another missed opportunity right there. And, yeah, man. Hey, it is what it is. We got cleaned out. Packers got, yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. How do you like that? Every receiver knows to do that. Every receiver knows, right? Jordan Love threw a good ball, right? Let me get to this cat, man. Josh Jacobs was fucking beastie. I can't be more thankful for a motherfucker than that. And I had gotten a little good look because the last, you remember we was on that run. We lost against the Lions. We lost all those games toward the end of the season, and every one of them games, Josh Jacobs fumbled the ball and it got taken away from us. That motherfucker he was riding my nerves a bit because he had a lot of fumbles in the last few games. But he showed up yesterday, had the best run of the game. Matter of fact, he was the only person on our entire offense that looked like they really wanted to fucking play football yesterday, right? I mean, good God, we was getting blown up, man, blown. And Jacobs had the long run, scored on the next play. Xavier, man, X. He out there balling too, man. I seen him getting in old fucking Valentine's face. Valentine getting embarrassed. In the little time I got off work at 6 o'clock this morning, I watched a little bit of ESPN before I went to sleep. Woke up, watched a little bit more before I jumped on here, and I probably saw that play 8 times. I saw Valentine getting stiff on him 3 times in one play, 8 times a day, man. Yeah, first playoff game. Yeah, I seen that, man. That was ugly, bro. That was ugly. Make us look like some bitches out there. That's exactly what the Packers look like out there, getting shoved around that field like we didn't deserve to be there. Jordan Love, man. And X was giving him shit too. Xavier McKinney showed up. They showed him on the sideline in Valentine's face, like, what the fuck, man? You can't tackle this dude? Is that the kind of effort we should expect? And I got it, man. That's what you got to do. You got to hold folks accountable, bro. You just got to hold them accountable. Jordan Love, man. When it comes to him and Coach LaFleur, I do not know what to say. I thought if I think about it for a day before I get on this show and talk about it. I don't know what's even. I don't know. I don't. Is the guy gonna be the guy or is he not, man? I believe in the kid, but man, and again, those drop balls, all of them drop passes yesterday were not helping his case, man. I think Love needs to do a little bit of soul searching, and I think it's time for LaFleur, or they need to get somebody in that locker room who can fucking whisper to fucking Jordan Love. They need that. That's what they're gonna have to do, man. They're gonna have to get somebody there that's gonna calm this kid down and sort of take him, because he's got everything, man, all the tools. He's tall, arm strength, pretty accurate when he wants to be. He makes pretty good decisions on some points of time, but sometimes he tries to thread that fucking needle, throw the ball in the crowds, man. You can't be doing that shit, man. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about him. They paid him all that fucking money. Probably didn't deserve that to a certain extent, where you sit here and say, you got to perform better than that, bro. Team counting on you in the playoffs. And I got it. Again, like I said, the Packers has the most dropped passes in the league this year. So I got that part of it. But the 3 picks, dude, in the storied history of Green Bay Packers, man, 3 picks and no touchdowns. That's the first time the Packers have ever done that in a game. Have a quarterback throw for 3 picks with no touchdowns in the playoffs. Insane, bro. Insane. Also, McManus missed a kick early. I'm not gonna let that one go neither. It's playoffs, son. You can't go through the season making all them damn kicks and then get to the playoffs and miss one. And that was a pretty much gimme too. It was like 40 yards or some shit, man. He had opportunity there. There was just a lot there. And as far as LaFleur goes, I'll leave that up to the Packers. I don't think as good of a mind as he is and as good of spots as he's put us in, LaFleur gets to the playoffs and gets punked, man. He looks like every time in the playoffs, every single time, the Green Bay Packers end up having a couple plays where players are undisciplined, and he just can't do nothing with that. You ain't seen none of these, like the guy that's going to replace Belichick in New England. Shit, you do that on his watch. I'm telling you, man, the shove, the defensive lineman for the Packers shoving down Saquon after the whistle and getting penalized for that shit. Nah, bro, undisciplined play. And at that point in time in the game, it was a little bit late, but I thought, we ain't going to win this. If our players have reduced themselves to fucking shoving dudes after the whistle, instead of getting back to your fucking defensive side of the football and getting the next play in and getting ready for that, instead of that, you shoving cats after the whistle. Don't get mad because they were shoving y'all all over the damn field in between the lines during regulation that you got to shove somebody after the whistle. I'm telling you, man. And Josh Jacobs, after I heard what he said after the game too, man. I heard what he said after the game. He gonna get some cats in here. Let's see what you got, Josh. Let's see what you can do, man. You turn it to the GM, bro. Since you know ours seems to not sort of take advantage when they can, you know. And again, man, look, our top 3 wide receivers were gone. Dobbs got the concussion. Reed got hit in the shoulder. You saw that, and Watson wasn't even there to begin with because he tore his ACL last week. So we were down to the bottom of the barrel when it comes to receivers, man, scraping, bro. And that combined with Jordan Love being off target for part of this game, and some former Raiders and Alabama players in Green Bay. Yeah, man. And probably, man. But all that combined, you know, missing your top 3 receivers, a bunch of drops. Philly was back there, man. They was back there all game, pretty much getting back there. So I can't, you know. Hey, it is what it is, man. Like I said, we got beat, man. Got clapped up. Again, final score 22-10. And now we got to see what's going to happen in the offseason. Who the hell knows, man, with the Packers. I have no idea what's going to take place. I do know they got to do something's got to change there. Something's got to change there. And it sucks because Saleh, who's probably going to go back to the 49ers, we could have had him as a D coordinator, but we had a and look, the defense, let me not forget that part. The defense was fire yesterday. Green Bay's defense was nice, right? They were nice, bro. And look, man, we had a bunch of turnovers, 4 turnovers totally, and Philly only scored 22 points, man. I think that's good. Jalen Hurts only had 100-something passing yards, 13 completions. Like, the defense was nice. They were nice. And that performance got wasted. Can you imagine, man, if we were able to score about 30 yesterday, 24, 25, beat them 24-22, and it was our defense that kept us. Man, I'm telling you, man, they kept us in the game. That's the only reason why we were still around in that game was the defense played well, man. So shouts out to Hafley. Jeff Hafley, new defensive coordinator. I think this was a successful first season as our D coordinator, considering what happened in the playoffs. Defense can't do everything, though. You got to have some help from your people. The offense has got to help, and they did not show up yesterday to give much help at all. Man, when you didn't realize how I'm not going to say you didn't realize how not tough they were playing until Josh Jacobs had that run. When he had that run and it stood out that big time, I was like, oh, that's the team ain't been doing nothing all game but getting pushed around, man. Getting pushed around. And also the Philly players was hitting us where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Getting good hits on the players in order to take, and you know, they hate to see people hurt, but they did what they had to do, right? And now they await the winner of tonight's game, the Rams and Vikings. We'll see who's playing in Philadelphia next week. I will say this: either the Rams or the Vikings are far. I think they're better teams than the Packers are. I do think that the Eagles are going to have to play better than they played against us. If it's and look, Hurts was rusty. I know he missed the last 2 or 3 games, so Yeah, but that's it, man. Packers, 22-10. So what we have this week, matchups, Lions and Commanders. By the way, Commanders, Bucks. I forgot to mention that game. What a wild game, bruh. Came down to a doink field goal that bounced through the uprights. Baker Mayfield had the fumble in the game, which was literally the difference maker, I believe. And he put it on himself. He said, that's my fault, man. That's my fault. Hey, yo, what up, Drogo? What's good, bro? I don't know if you know anything about football, man. But yeah, man, no. Commanders played well. And they played well enough that I think this game this weekend between the Lions and the Commanders is going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting. We'll see what happens. I think Baker had that nice run. You see that tough run from Baker? That was nice. I like seeing Baker do some nice, tough shit. Yeah, man, he was he was on them chops, bro. Also, man, I can't take away. Love did have a nice run in the game. I remember him. T took off, man, but he just started playing tennis. I don't know enough about tennis, bro. Delicious. All right. So yeah, Commanders look good. I think this is a different animal this week. I think the Lions are something serious, man. Something serious. It's going to be a rough Lions Commanders going to be rough, man. But I mean, I ain't gonna say the Commanders can't go in there and win that game. I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that they can't. I mean, you had I think this is the first bye that they've had to pretty much, and not counting mid-season buys or whatever, regular buys. So yeah, Commanders travel to Detroit this weekend. Bills, Ravens, right? Man, that's gonna be a good game. And then Chiefs, Texans, man. I'll pick these games on Thursday. Me and V when V makes it back to the show, we'll pick these games and sort of give our thoughts on who we think is going to win. Get into the conference championships and things of that nature. But yeah, Mike McCarthy gone. If we go right here, Mike McCarthy will not return as the Dallas Cowboys head coach. Griminess from Dallas. Should have just did that last week, and my man could have moved on. Vrabel, like I said, Patriots head coach, good pick. I thought that was a nice pick. I've been saying it for weeks. I'm sure everybody in our group chats, we've been talking about it. We did that Super Bowl chance will be decided between Lions and Commanders. Could be, man. Could be, bro. Could be. Brown solid. That book that AJ Brown was reading on the sideline that game just hit number one hottest selling on Amazon. People went straight to Amazon and ordered that book. It's called Inner Excellence, and it's the number one hottest seller on Amazon right now. So AJ Brown, man, they probably gonna be shooting you a check, bro. They owe you some money. TJ, after the Steelers lost, TJ Watt said tough conversations. Tough conversations need to be happening in the Packers locker room, bro. In the organization in general, this whole entire there's a lot that needs to happen this offseason for Green Bay before I feel, as a fan, and I think all the fans should feel this way, not bash him. Dude, I can't stand Inner Excellence caught one pass for 10 yards. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man. I also think, with that being said, I think the Packers might need to consider, they might need themselves a number one receiver. I know that the talk coming in was that we didn't have one. And at times it boded well, right? But at times it didn't because there were too many drops by the receivers, man. That's one thing. You got a number one receiver, a go-to guy. You probably ain't having that many drop balls in the season, right? So, and Dobbs could have been that dude. Watson could have been that dude, but they decided to go in another direction. And look, when everybody was healthy, it works. But everybody didn't stay healthy. So it even on the play that Romeo Dobbs got hit and got hurt on, man, was just a throw up from Jordan Love, dude. He threw that shit up, two defenders right there. Dobbs, like liability to catch that game, is not that high. So, I don't know. Let's see if there's something else I had up in there. Oh, yeah, and collegiate news besides that, Carson Beck to transfer to Miami. I don't know how that's going to play out for Carson Beck or Miami. Miami lost a lot of pieces. right? They had a good season last year when they brought in that one cat for that one season. He played well. Could have been worse. Y'all as a team had the worst drops. Oh yeah, Quinion Johnson. Yeah, they told him his mama got a clock back in. I saw that on. They talking about he got his mom. Like it showed him right after the draft. Mitchell right after the draft. He was like, "Yeah, mama, you can go ahead and put in that 2-week notice." Then somebody was up there talking about she need to go ahead and get that job back, bro. Georgia football. Let me see if I can find that shit right quick. So yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe let me get this in here. See if I can. Something I'm looking for right quick. Show y'all how grimy this cat is. What the fuck? Well, here it is. Here it is, y'all. So this is, if y'all didn't know, one quick shout out, man. Hey, man. And this is, look. As far as I know from the comments, this is exactly Philly fans right here, bro. This is dude, he said, look, what it's like going to Philly just trying to root for your team. Unprovoked, uncalled for. Packers Twitter, help me out and find this guy. This is not okay. I hate that my fiance had this happen simply cheering for her team. So you didn't know. By the way, this Eagles fan has been found, by the way. Like, his shit is plastered everywhere. He made all of his social media accounts private, but not before they got him. Look at the dudes trying to tell him chill right there. By the way, anybody out there that's gonna try to knock on dude for not, if he defended his wife, bro, what they both made was straight business decisions right there. It would have not have been good for the Packers fan. If the dude had turned around and said, "Call my wife that one more time," and then punched him in the face, that would not have ended well for him or his wife. I guarantee you that shit. Like, they would rather just take it, let that shit slide off your back, and go home after the game. What really grinds me about this shit is I want to know how, once the Packers started losing, this dude had to be insufferable, bro. Like, maybe they got the hell out of there. Like, he had to be. Once the Packers started getting beat down, like when it was clear they were going to lose, that guy right there had to have been fucking insufferable. Look at his homeboy. His homeboy kept tapping him saying, dude, chill. He's still going. Got it all on camera, bro. And I want a dude got fired today. But true, but I'm fucking up at least 3 on the way. That dude probably, I wonder if he got fired today. Somebody had pulled up his like where he works at, his firm that he works at. And they were like, yo, this is this douchebag who was out there calling somebody a cunt, talking about jacking off and skeeting all over stuff. That's that same dude. This dude right here, they found him. So we'll see what happened, man. See, just realized he's married. Somebody put the picture up with him and his daughter. They covered the daughter's face, of course, but they put a picture up, man. And people were complaining about beers getting poured in the stands at Lambeau. Hey, so yeah, I want to pull that up, man. And again, the first time when I first saw this, somebody was like, "Well, this isn't a depiction of all Phillies fans." And then underneath in the comments, every single fan on there was like, "No, this is a perfect depiction of Phillies fans." Right? So, yeah, be better, man. Be better. It's sports. I understand we're passionate about it. My feelings was hurt yesterday. Trust me. Packers lost. That shit hurt way more than when the dogs got beat last week. Probably because the dogs won a natty a couple seasons ago, and the Packers ain't had one in quite some time. So, anyway, y'all, that's the show, man. Got much more. Like I said, Thursday we'll pick all the weekend games, the weekend divisional round games, and pick the national championship, man. Probably see who we think gonna win. Probably ain't gonna change. Ohio State. I think Ohio State's still gonna win that thing. But yeah, just want to get my thoughts real quick. Y'all know how I do on the show. Dude, what a douchebag, man. It's good to see that they found him, though. It's good to see that his information. Because we're here. Yeah. Yeah, man. Just watch football, bro. It is what it is, man. Hey, pretty soon, dog, they're gonna have to have security. Like if you're gonna go to a game in a away stadium, man, just like me. I'm a Packers fan. I live in Georgia, bro. That's where I'm from, man. So if I want to go, Packers come down. But you know what? I can't even lie. Every single Packers game that I went to in Atlanta, they've lost them all. They won a preseason game one time. The fans were nice, John. The fans were nice when they would high five me up when we would score, right? So shouts out to Atlanta fans, man. That's real fans right there, bro. Real fans. We don't need to start trying to shank folks with bottle caps and shit in the stands or whatever. But anyway. Appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, I'll see you guys on Thursday for instant replay. Just a couple more episodes left in the rest of the season, bro. We'll be wrapping up season 6, which is insane. But again, you guys have a nice rest of your week. We'll see y'all Thursday when we pick these games, playoff games. And yeah, man, y'all take it easy. Peace out.